I got
Okay,
it.
you're getting it?
We're good.
Good morning, Vietnam! Woo! Yeah, okay, I had no opener for tonight. I thought about this all day at work, and I was like, I am very bad at introductions. Has anyone ever met me for the first time?
Yeah.
So they know. I'm very bad at introductions. I'm really good when we get to the meat, but, oh my God, that sounded weird. Do you guys want to come sit up here? There's a good view. Yeah? No? Okay. It's like 40 degrees over there. It's like a window. But it's 34 double D over here. Okay, anyway. Good morning, Vietnam, right? Okay. So yeah, so I'm really bad at introductions. I took a class actually at this very tier 1 university. I took a class, and I remember I just stared at the class for like 10 straight seconds. I'm not going to do it now because it was really awkward. 100 people, and I remember I said this, and I don't know why I opened with this, but I said, fact. Jet fuel does not melt steel beams. 9/11 was an inside job. Now this would have been a great opener. Everybody's on the edge of their seat, right? Everybody's like, oh, shit, where the fuck is she going with this? But it was in my English 102 class, and it was a presentation on 1900s poets. So it had nothing to do with that, but I got an A, so I think that proves how great our university is, right? Go UNR! Woo! Oh, yeah, good morning, Vietnam, so we're going to come back to that. Okay. I was going somewhere with that. Okay. So I have this theory that I am the reason Robin Williams is dead. I know that sounds crazy. He was a beautiful man, beautiful, beautiful man. But I have this theory. When I was 17, I had like 4 cavities. I was a mess. And I had to go to the dentist. And you know, when you get, has anyone ever had cavities filled by chance? So they leave you awake, which is terrifying, and they inject you with morphine. I couldn't even tell you if I tried. But they inject you with something, and so the dentist goes, I have a bunch of movies for you to watch if you want to watch one. And I said, okay, which when you think of a bunch, you think of more than 2. Right? So now he takes 2 VCR tapes, which that just dates this whole event, right? So he takes out 2 VCR tapes. One is Mrs. Doubtfire. The second is Titanic, okay? So I said, oh, dentist. I don't know this white man's name. I don't know. And so I said, oh, like, am I going to be here long enough to watch Titanic? And he was like, only if I need to work on your mouth that long. And then not only nudges me, but winks. I was 17, and right now, I think I look 17, right? So I'm actually 22. So at the time, I was 17, so I probably looked 9. That's terrifying, right? You still getting this? Yeah? My dad's gonna love this. Anyway, yeah, so my parents are idiots. Not idiots. They're really cool people. We're a crazy family. Anyone else think their family's kind of crazy?
Yes.
So my family's crazy. My dad's side is a bunch of bitter Jews from LA. My mother's side looks like the Bee Gees, okay? So just give you a little picture of everything. So we take this trip to Bryan Head, Utah, if anyone's ever been there, which Jews, if there's any Jews, I think there's at least one in the audience, I know.
Yes.
Hey. Dukakis. Yeah, so Bruce, Jews should never go to Bryan Head, Utah. We wandered in the desert for 40 years. I think we've done our sentence. We should not go and play in the snow for fun. So we go to Bryan Head, Utah, and it's like the middle of the night. And my mom just starts screaming. She's just like, ah! And I was like, oh, here we go again. And so she's like, everybody get the fuck up. And I was like, okay, Wendy, please, there's children. I'm 8, like, you can calm down. So she's like, I think there's an extra bone in my arm. Now, if you want to feel your arms right now, you'll feel there's maybe an indent in your arm. My mother's a teacher, which makes this significantly worse. And so my dad gets up, and I'm like, oh, Jack's gonna take care of this. And my dad goes, oh my God, I think I have it too. My life has been one long dinner for schmucks. It really has. And you know, I love my parents, so they're the 2 most hilarious people I've ever met, but I really became grateful for them this past week because I went to Target right? Come on, ladies. I know. Okay, 2 straight white males. Different, but okay. So I'm in Target, and I'm in the Christmas section. I'm a proud Jew in the Christmas section. And there's this really big, nice tree. It's all decorated, and these 2 girls are with their mom. They're probably like 13, 14. And they were like, "Oh my God, Mom! Like this tree is so cute. Like we should get a tree like this for our house." And the mom just sighs, like, I was like, "Fuck, what's your problem, Sharon?" And so she just sighs, and she's like, "Well, you know, our tree used to look this cute, but then you guys started bringing home crafts from school." I'm sorry, what? Like, oh my God, so it made me really grateful because I was like, the shade was real and I was 10 feet away and I felt that heat. So everyone be grateful to your parents.